In 2024, the S&P 500 returned 25%. The average equity investor captured only 16%. If you manage your own capital, you are bleeding performance. Today, I give you the exact institutional operating system used by professional funds. Without this mathematical blueprint, you are playing a rigged game against the machine. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground in this 4-part series. We navigated the mathematical prison of value at risk. We exposed why your stop loss is an institutional liquidity target. But let us be completely honest for a moment. All this knowledge is useless without a system. You can understand the most complex math in finance, but if you lack physical policy statement, you fly blind. Today, we finally built your institutional flight plan. Before we build your system, I want you to think. Think about your own portfolio right now. What exact mathematical metric triggers your decision to sell? Is it a feeling or is it a hard number? Hold that specific metric in your mind. By the end of this video, you will see the flaw in your trigger. On the trading floor, intelligence is surprisingly cheap. Discipline is what actually costs money. Look back at the 25% market gain in 2024. Almost anyone could have made money that year. Yet, equity investors underperformed in the market significantly. And if you ask why we're using 2024 data here, well, because as of filming this video, the Dalbar data for 2025 is still not out. So, why has this painful pattern persisted for decades? Why do average investors lag the market so often? It happens because retail trades on emotional momentum. It is incredibly hard to watch others make money. You feel this intense fear of missing out, so you buy at the absolute top. You're playing against algorithms that do not feel FOMO. Where retail blindly chased at 25%, smart money waited. For example, Berkshire Hathaway recently sat on over $380 billion in cash in short-term investments. Warren Buffett did not hold cash out of fear, he did it because his discipline and investment rules demanded it. We never treat cash as a safety net, we treat cash as a calculated strategic weapon. You deploy it only when the math screams buy. Manage your mandate. Moving from picking stocks to managing a mandate changes everything. Because professionals, they do not trade their opinions, they trade their rules. Let me share a quick story about Elias. He was a junior trader. He found a generational entry in a tech stock. This tech stock had dipped 20% overnight. To Elias, the technical chart screamed buy. He spent the entire weekend building his thesis. He wanted to deploy $10 million immediately. The desk manager ignored the RSI completely. He did not care about the double bottom pattern. He opened the firm's investment policy statement instead. Quiz for you. The VIX, the volatility index, sits at 23. What do? Retail buys the dip. Institutions check the mandate. The manager pointed to a single line of text. Our mandate stated no new long positions during VIX spikes. Elias, I pay you to follow the mandate. If the system says wait, we wait, said the manager. So professionals survive using a strict 3-check system. Let us break them down together. Check 1. The volatility status. The VIX measures the price of fear in the US market. In our framework, we track the 10-day moving average. If the VIX spikes above that average, you hold new long entries. That usually signals institutional stress and forced selling. For European equities, use the Euro Stoxx 50 volatility index. That would be the V2TX index. That is your European proxy for institutional fear. Check 2. The strategic cash reserve. This is where the most private investors fail completely. Many regulated funds manage liquidity actively and define target cash buffers in their mandates, often in the mid-single digits. For you, this reserve is your strategic ammunition. It prevents you from selling assets at the absolute bottom. Check 3. The operationalized exit plan. Every position must have predefined kill criteria before you buy. We use hard metric, not vague feelings. Thesis breach, for example, means the reason why you bought the company is not valid anymore. When management tells you we will earn less than we promised, that is your exit signal. If you lack these exact metrics, you trade on pure hope. Now, Let us talk about the cost of waiting. Everything I just said assumes holding cash is painless. For our European audience, the mathematical reality is brutally different. In 2025, US Treasury bills often yielded around 4 to 5%. With inflation near 3%, you captured a positive real yield. Your ammunition actually paid you to hold it. But in the Eurozone, inflation sat slightly above 2% and high-quality government bonds yielded around 2 to 3%. This often left you with a flat or slightly negative real yield. You lost purchasing power while waiting for the crash. This negative drag keeps retail investors in Germany fully invested. They hate watching their purchasing power slowly bleed out. Well, I completely understand this frustration, but you must fundamentally reframe this mathematical reality. That loss is not wasted capital. Think of it exactly like your car insurance. You pay it every year, hoping you never crash. At the end of the year, when you did not have an accident, you did not call the premium wasted money, you were happy that you didn't need it. Your cash drag is your portfolio insurance premium. Having cash ready for a major drawdown changes the math. It significantly increases your chances of outperforming a fully invested portfolio. This mathematical edge plays out over a full market cycle. So, how do we implement this institutional system today? Step 1. Separate your capital buckets strictly. Your emergency fund is not your tactical investment cash. Do not mix your broken car bucket with your broken market bucket. Step 2. Choose your liquidity instrument carefully. If you hold over 100,000 euros, you can explore tokenized treasuries via regulated providers, but only after checking legal tax and counterparty risk in your country. If your portfolio is smaller, keep it simple. For euros, deploy cash into high-quality money market funds or use short-term government bonds. For your country, accordingly, other quality liquid bonds or high-yield saving accounts. Step 3. Write your investment policy statement today. Define your exact volatility thresholds and hard exit metrics. Do not just keep it in your head. I believe wealth requires true institutional discipline. If you want to build your own institutional edge and trade hype for hard data, subscribe and hit the bell. Let us close the loop on the story of Elias. So the mandate ordered him to wait. For 3 months, Elias watched his tech stock go sideways. Then, it dropped another 25% during the real crash. By that time, the VIX stabilized. Elias had cash. He had legal permission to buy at the bottom. He did not win because he possessed a high IQ, he won because the firm's mandate forbade him human emotion. Think back to the trigger metric you held earlier. Was it based on hope, or was it based on hard data? You cannot control the market. Never. But you can control your mandate. You now have the framework to manage cash systemically. Use it wisely. I am Philipp. Stay skeptical and see you in the next one. The market rewards patience, but only if patience has a plan. Build your mandate, follow the math.